Hey guys, welcome back to The Cliche. We are excited, anything to celebrate us girls, us women. Guys, y'all go ahead and take a back seat on this one. It's all about us. As you know, we just celebrated International Women's Day this week, so clearly it's only right to give us more of a reason to brag about us. So I'm your host, Kyler.
I'm Gia. It's International Women's Month.
So, we have a lot to talk about. We decided that instead of talking about something regular, we're clearly given a reason to talk about our faves. So we're going to pretty much go over with you guys some of our Women Crush Wednesdays for this Cliche Wednesday. And go over some of the girls some of the girls that we think have been doing a little something, making a lot of noise. Well, first, I think it's been real quiet on the internet. So, not a lot been going on. It's like, it's been kind of dry. It's been a little dry. So, we try to come up with a few things for you guys.
They've been getting their money. They've been unproblematic, which I love my girls. So, it's okay. We're going to pull inspirational women. No drama, no tea,
We're going to pull some good ones for you. So, let's start off with our girl, our new neighbor, Meghan Markle. So,
Meghan.
I think you can't go wrong with now trying to live in your truth. And she was like, royal family, deuces. I'll see you guys later. I don't have time for you guys trying to put me in a box. I got my man, and now I'm about to go and live in my truth.
Yep, I have my baby, I'm fabulous, and I'm going to be a Disney princess. But guess what? I'm a real princess, though. Okay?
Right. And I think
Meghan Markle is my hero.
It probably was so scary. Can you imagine the conversations that they were probably having when they were really discussing that? So I just feel like kudos to her for not being bullied or trying to have other people tell her how she should be living her life and just saying, look, I did it. I came. I saw. I conquered. I got the tiara and I'm out.
Now I'm heading to Beverly Hills.
Okay, so she's out here. So shout out to our new neighbor on that one. And of course, I feel like me and Gia really wanted to talk about Kobe, but we both get so emotional about Kobe Bryant's passing and Gigi. But as far as like women who have literally shown so much strength, Vanessa Bryant, I think, if that's not a embodied example of showing strength and resilience through grief and pain and such a big loss, I think that she gets celebrated 10 times over on this side because clearly I could never imagine, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So for her to still be so put together, is that the word? Clearly we only see through photos and small video clips, but I think that she's really handling being strong for her girls so well.
Yeah, I was actually able to go to the celebration of life of Kobe, and we weren't too far from her, and she was very strong. And I want to shout out to Natalia, Bianca Bella, and Capri, her daughters, of course, the beautiful Gigi. And I also really want to shout out Kobe Bryant's mother and his sisters because I feel like they don't get a lot of attention, and I can only imagine what they're going through. So Pat and Shea, I think they're amazing too. So yeah, it's just he was surrounded by a lot of amazing women, which is why he loved women so much. So.
True. I agree. Clearly she takes the cake on the embodiment of strength, and clearly women, we can do it all, so whew. But another one that clearly we always talk about on the show, Gia's fave, Kim.
My baby.
And not for the reasons that you guys would assume. Clearly, yes, we stan her fits and her looks and the entertainment of her show and things like that. But Kim has actually been doing some real work out here. This prison reform that she's been doing, regardless of however your views on Kim are, you can't deny that girl is doing some good work right now.
Yeah, like, and she's really making lives. She's doing a lot, and she said that she knew that she has 4 African American kids, and she understands the difference in equality, even in someone who's like in the elite class, like the Kardashians was. So she understands how her platform can be used, and I think she's amazing. Obviously, duh, everyone knows that. But for me, I enjoy this new Kim being like a mom. I think it's really amazing. I think her kids like bring out this like annoying mom side. Like even when North was performing and she's like, Mom, can you move? And it's like not about Kim anymore. And she's like, okay. And she's just like a stage mom. I think it's adorable. I love this new Kim. She's really like evolving. So.
Yeah, so the prison reform, like clearly if you don't know about that, definitely look that up on the different cases of people that she's helped, which clearly impact not only that person, but also the people who've missed that person and their family and so on. And I think you can't hate on that at all. You know, I think she, like Gia said, is using her platform for something more than just like being a beauty brand, also moving into something more serious, which is actually, you know, leaving a positive effect on the world. So shout out to Kimmy on that one.
And you still look fabulous too. So
we are talking about the ladies of the Super Bowl. If you did not see this halftime show, they murdered this show. Like literally killed it. And yes, we of course have our little meetings before we film, and I you know, pretty much selfishly so wanted to only highlight JLo. Gia's like, no, we gotta give Shakira her props too. I just feel like JLo is JLo of JLo. Like, yes, Shakira killed it, but JLo is older than Shakira. I don't really know their exact age difference, but I just feel like JLo is, you know, she knows that she's kind of coming out now. She's a mom. She's about to be a wife again. Like, she's kind of calming down. So I think that was kind of her way. Like, yeah, I just turned 50. Yeah. And I feel like she just turned 50, and then that's how she was, like, going out with a bang. Like, yeah. I still got the moves. I still got the looks.
What was so amazing to me about it, being a performer myself, is that 2 girls on such huge platforms came together. I thought that was so boss, because JLo, I think initially it was JLo's stage and she brought Shakira, and I just thought that in itself was just like so boss to, like, you know what I mean, and like be like, JLo's really big in like our community, but like in the Spanish community she's not really like loved as a Shakira is. So I thought that was cool to like bring in
the both markets,
2 realms of the international Spanish community. And I just feel like Spanish women and Spanish people are not really like showcased like they should be. It's typically, we always talk about white people, black people. We don't really talk about Spanish or Asian people. And I just thought that was like so dope, because you have 2 bomb-ass Spanish girls who are just dope, beautiful moms, wives, and they came together and they like did something amazing. And I just want, you know, us to follow. You know what I mean? Like, that performance was good. I don't care what anyone says. JLo came through. Shakira is Shakira. I don't think people understand who Shakira really is. She really is the original Spanish mamacita.
No, they love her over there. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, because if you haven't watched it, definitely go on YouTube after you watch this video, and then go ahead and peep their performance, because they definitely killed it. Another queen that we also love, just because she just gave us some new music, Jhené Aiko, like, she just dropped a great project for us, and what's more liberating than getting yourself like a female Drake? She just gives you, you know, sexy, crybaby, centered, let me light some incense and candles, a vibe. She
reminds me of like Sade, an urban Sade with like Drake influences.
Yeah.
Her vibe.
She's definitely like, a vibe, and I think she's very liberating. I like that she also is very, not in a raunchy way, but she's very vocal about her sexuality as well. you know, so, but she just does it in such a je ne sais quoi way. So I love that about her. So also check out her project because that was amazing. Another one that Gia wanted to talk about was her girl, Amanda Seales.
I love Amanda Seales. Does anyone watch The Real on here? If you like our show, you're going to like The Real. We're like the baby Real. Except for
I don't watch The Real, so I would have known about that.
Amanda Seales is a comedian actress who came on the show now. She's the replacement of Tamar, which I don't know. I really like Tamar, but I understand whatever. So she is the more, how can I say this? Sophisticated intellectual on the show, which I love. An intellectual woman, I think it's very sexy, and she always gives, and she's not afraid to like say what it is
thinking,
like, right, she says it, and she's very funny, and it's clever, and it's not like mean, and I love it. I think she's really cool, and I believe the ratings have gone up since she was added, and she's also very unproblematic. She's very intellectual. I like her. And I really like her on the show.
We love anybody who stays booked and busy. So congrats on her new pairing on The Real.
That's a big deal. That's a daytime check, girl. That is a huge deal. So we love that. So
we love a girl getting to a check.
Yes. And speaking of checks, let's talk about Oprah and Gayle.
Cha-ching. Okay.
That's a big check.
Oprah and Gayle, they're like the aunties that we just all have, I feel like. But because of all of the backlash they've been getting, I debated about adding them to our list. But I get that people make mistakes. No one's perfect. And I'm going to let Gia take the lead on that one because I still kind of am in my feelings over the comments that Gayle made about Kobe. So I don't think I'm mature enough to get over it yet. I need some more time to heal.
So I understand where Gayle was coming from because when you are in the media, you have to ask the tough questions. Kyler and I are getting in the media, so eventually we're going to have to ask the tough questions. So that's part of the job. I do think it was a little too soon because I don't think she would have asked him in person. But I do know that someone of that caliber and someone of Lisa Leslie's caliber, they saw the questions. I would pretty sure their publicists looked at the questions. So I believe that they said that was okay. So in Gayle's defense, she agreed to answer those questions. I don't know for sure, but I just know on that level of interview, you're not just about to just ask me anything. You know what I mean? Which, right. I mean, why would she? So I personally, I don't agree with talking about that. I also don't think that has anything to do with Kobe's legacy. I don't even think about that. I don't think the world thinks about that. We just think about the great things. So Gayle, I don't think Gayle's trying to bring a black man down. She's just doing her job. In the R. Kelly interview, she wasn't bringing him down. She was asking him the hard-hitting questions. You know what I mean? So we can't say, oh, not comparing R. Kelly to Kobe at all. But I don't think that has hindered Kobe or will hinder Kobe's legacy. And the R. Kelly thing, bringing a black man down, I mean, he did a lot of the stuff that, I mean, I think everyone saw that he's a little guilty. So, you know, and she was very calm. Yeah. You know what I mean? And as far as Oprah's just being a best friend to Gayle. You know, we all have our best friends, and hopefully our best friends have her back no matter what. So, yeah, Gayle has been in the media for over 40 years. We just are now seeing her. She's getting the hard-hitting interviews now, the more interesting interviews. So I don't see she's like a problem, but I do like how she was open enough to say, like, I messed up and it hurts me. So I like that. Yeah. And I like that Oprah's being a good best friend. So
I will say the reason why we're adding to the list is just that, like, at the end of the day, also women are not perfect. So a part of just the people we want to add to the list, even though, like I said, I'm still a little angry with the situation, but when me and Gia talked about it, I understand how, you know, she's human, and if she's apologetic about not being sensitive enough or moving forward, wants to, like, you know, still learning. We're always learning no matter what the age. So
always learning.
That's that. But you know, I've always looked up to Oprah, so it's just like one of those things where it's hard for me to be mad at her per se because I've just always admired. Clearly, it's Oprah.
You can't not admire them. They're unproblematic too, so we love unproblematic.
Yeah, normally.
Other than this.
Yeah, normally they usually stay out the way. So, you know, I guess everybody has their day of some things happening.
Yeah.
So our next one is Megan Thee Stallion. Mm-hmm. And besides her now being like moving on her way into the rapstress iconic era of her career, I just really appreciate, if you guys don't know, she put out her EP BITCH on Friday. Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty good. But she's been going through all of this crazy mess with her label mates or management, blah, blah, blah. And pretty much, you know, the people who are behind her are males, and she wasn't letting anyone bully her. She was making sure she put her best foot forward, and, you know, I guess she clearly seeked out legal help and things like that. She pretty much put a restraining order against them that was going to be temporary, and while she had the restraining order, released the project because they were not allowing her to put out any more new music until they, I guess, came up with like a resolution to whatever their issues are. So I really don't care about their issues. I just really felt for her because it seemed like they were bickering over the internet and really putting out like public stuff. I feel like they were even referring to her mother, who's now deceased, just like a lot of low blows. And she kind of still, you know, kept her head high and was saying she wasn't going to let a group of men bully her, and was going to make sure that she still put out the music that she had promised her fans. So I definitely was streaming it like crazy, just because, you know, I feel like a lot of times we keep quiet on a lot of different things. Okay, what are you about to say?
Okay. I like Megan Thee Stallion, and I've done my research on her since this happened, and I like her. From what I've done and what I've heard, I don't know them or the real tea, but what the research I've done, hold on. Mm-hmm. So the research I've done, the agreement is pretty, like, very standard. So I don't really see... I don't really see I don't see the reason to, like, go, like, her issue isn't with 1,500. It's with that she has 3 different pots that are eating from her money. And she's a new artist. So she's signed to 1,500, which is signed to 300. 15, whatever it is, 1501, which is signed to 300, and then now she's with Roc Nation, and it's all distributed through Atlantic. So it's going to be very hard for her to get a bottom line, right now. And I just feel like, I don't think the album did well, or the EP, whatever it is. I don't think it has done well. I don't really hear a lot of feedback from her fans about it. I just feel like you shouldn't have, like, done all that. You know what I mean? Like, you should have just been a little bit quieter, because artists go through this all the time. And I just feel like it wasn't necessary. But for her, I guess she felt like it was necessary. I just think that you sign a contract, you then do well, and you renegotiate after. That's just standard with any contract. You know what I mean? So I don't really agree with what she did, but I still think that she's very dope for even doing it, because
standing
you have
for
to
herself.
Be a very strong woman.
In a sense where she feels like she needs to stand up for herself, she did. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I really wasn't, because I'm not really knowledgeable about, or really even care that much to really, like, dive in to really know the quarrels about the contract and stuff. But it was more so for me, I feel like a lot of times we get bulldozed and we just sit back and be quiet. So the fact that she still stood strong with what she believed in, even if it comes out that, you know, she figures out that, okay, maybe I did do too much, or da-da-da-da-da. But I just still liked, don't let nobody bully you guys, okay? Especially don't let men be out here bullying you. So, period, dot. I just didn't like how I felt like they were ganging up on her. And, yeah, no. I'm not letting any of that fly.
How about that? But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I don't really agree on that whole situation. But Megan Thee Stallion is true to herself, so. Amen.
So, okay, the next and our last one, you know, we had to bring in some lights for you guys. The Clermont Twins.
Yeah, that's exciting to get out of jail. That's fabulous.
To get out of jail, can't hold a bad bee down. We had to let a real one out.
Yeah.
And I can't even imagine being a twin and then your twin is locked up.
Yeah.
Like, that must suck. I don't know.
I saw the video when she was like getting taken out, and I thought it was really cute because she looked like she was like, "Oh, I really missed you."
First of all,
like, really
her
connected.
jail pic, as you see, her jail
I didn't
pic
see it. Okay, yeah.
is laid. Like, I was like, they have lashes and stuff in jail. Like, first of all, her hair was laid. No, her nice little uniform, her waist was snatched. I was like, okay, she got her little blonde touch-ups in there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Her hair was very blonde.
She definitely didn't make jail look too bad. I will say that.
She was sparkling in jail for sure.
So we just had to add that in. I guess she just got out this week, just in time for International Women's Day. So
this is fabulous. I just want them to stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble and be fabulous on Instagram.
Yeah, stay out of trouble. But nobody's perfect out here. We all make mistakes. Some larger than others, but. But yeah,
it is so
I love
funny.
love, and I love seeing people happy. So shout out to Jail Bay. Of course, like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. Interact with us on all of our social media. So we love to love and we love to hate. So what have you got for us?
Dishes.